Okay, this is it. This is the last video. You've made it to the very end. Thank you for hanging in. I know some of those videos were long. I know it's hard to remember this fire hose of information, but what I'm hoping is just that as we talk about these things, you have a place to start so that as you jump into student ministry, you are up to speed with where we are at, with how we do things, with what your role is, your responsibilities are, and so on and so forth. If at any point you have more questions, just shoot me an email, josh@fccsantamaria.org, and I'll be happy to work personally with you to make sure you have the knowledge and information that you need to thrive here at FCC. Just a couple housekeeping things in section 6, the last section of the manual. There's a couple things we just wanted to highlight. Hey, what happens when ... right? So this is kind of the catch-all section. So let's just say you're a leader, you're committed, you're in, but what happens when I need to miss a commitment? The big idea, no surprises. No one should be surprised if you need to miss a commitment. From time to time, life happens, you'll need to miss. When you do, just make sure there's no surprises. Let the program leader know, let your co-leader know, and let your sphere of influence know, right? So that means the person in charge of the program that you're serving at, let them know you can't be there. Let the person that you're serving with, your co-leader, know, and let your sphere of influence know. Your worship team, your tech team, your students in your life group, they should all know. If you're you're the life group leader, you're committed to investing in their life. If you can't be there to hang out with them on one Wednesday night, just shoot them a quick text and let them know, hey guys, I'm not gonna be there tonight. I'm gonna miss you. I love you. I'll see you all next week. The students shouldn't be surprised that you're not there. That communicates that you're not on the same page as them. So just make sure there's no surprises. If a student of yours, someone in your sphere of influences, misses youth group or misses the training or misses whatever is going on in your sphere of influence, no surprises, same idea. If a student misses youth group and you didn't know about it ahead of time, which happens, just reach out to them. Let them know how much you miss them, how things were different without them, and how you hope to see them again soon. It's not like you have to be here on Wednesday night, but it's more, hey, it's different when you're not here and we miss you being around. Just want you to know how much you're loved and valued. And of course, to do that, you're gonna have to have their contact information. So use the LEAD app. If you don't know how to use the LEAD app, learn how to use the LEAD app. You can talk to myself or any of the office team and we'll show you, but the LEAD app is gonna be a central piece of our ministry this year. And so make sure you know how to use it and get your students information. Next, if a student of yours hasn't been around for a while, like they were really active and then they dropped off the face of the earth, right? Once you notice they're not there, just reach out. Like, again, just be relational. You don't have to wait for 8 weeks and then contact them. No, just reach out. Let them know that they're not forgotten about and that they matter to you. If you need a night off, the rule is just 80%. Don't feel guilty, right? If you just need a night to yourself, don't feel guilty about it. But please do make sure you're attending at least 80% of the commitment that you said yes to. If you're on for Sunday mornings, I believe there's 38 Sundays that we meet throughout the year. So make sure you're at 30 of them. If you're on for Wednesday nights, I believe there's 39 Wednesdays that we meet throughout the year. Make sure you're at 31 of them. And so if you need a night off, take it. But again, no surprises and make sure you're making at least 80% of what you committed to. If you encounter a situation you're unsure about, just make a wise choice. Use your best judgment, make the decision, and call the team if needed. We will always have your back. Even if we disagree with the choice you're made, we will defend you in front of our parents and our students and our team, and then we'll have the follow-up conversation later on. But feel enabled and empowered to make the choice. We trust you. This is why we have your background information and your whole life story and character references, right? Because we want to be able to trust you and be able to say that we trust you. So just make the choice and we'll back you up. And if there's an issue, we'll talk about it later. If you want to register for an event, if you want to go to Fall Camp or Shaver Lake or Hume Lake, just talking to me is a great first step. But then I'm always going to tell you to go register online so that we can have your information, so that we can make it official and legal and actually have your spot saved. And so just know that just talking to me or just talking to a member of the office staff does not secure your spot. That's your first step. You should always talk to us because the leader needs change for each event. But just make sure after you do talk to us that you go online and actually register so that we can get you locked in for that event. Events are always free. We do the best we can to keep the leader cost negligible because we value you. and you guys are already giving so much cost of your time, energy to this ministry. So we want to keep things free for you. There's a couple things that we do ask you to pay for though. Hume Lake, when we have a new student show up, we offer them $25 off and the student that invited them $25 off. And what that does is allow new students to get connected to our church and to our community and to Hume Lake and hear the gospel. And so your $50 payment to go to Hume covers the cost of a new student to come to Hume for the first time. And then mission trips, we'll only ask you to pay for the cost of your food and lodging, which helps us not pass that cost along to students and keeps it cheaper for them. And so for Hume, you cover new students. For mission trips, you cover your food and lodging, and then we take care of the rest for you. If you are a leader in student ministry, any of your kids, so not your sphere of influence kids, but your kids in your family, get 10% off of events, except for Hume Lake and mission trips because they're so expensive. And if we gave them a discount, we have to pass a discount along to cover it to other students, and that would make the price go up for them, blah, blah, blah. But for any other just like regular event besides Hume and mission trips, use the code YSStudent at checkout, and they will give you 10% off, just no questions asked. So just a thank you for what you do for our ministry. If you want to find information, visit our website. Make sure you're up on GroupMe, social media, and Remind so that you can stay in the loop. And on the back is the contact information for the office team. Guys, that closes out this video training. Of course, there's one more section worth of questions to fill out. Once you do that and click submit, you're done. And we'll follow up with you once we see the completed form come through from you. Thank you for taking the time to do this. It is so important for our leaders to be united in spirit, but also united in how we do things. And so for you to take the time to do this youth staff video training means so much to me. It means so much to our team. We can approach things in unity and kind of have an idea. Now there's ongoing training. We do our leadership syncs, or we do breakfast and things like that. You already know about that as part of the registration or application process. But we are committed to doing things as a team, to being united, and to loving each other well throughout all of it. And so thank you for the time that you've invested in this. Thank you for the time that you're about to invest in students. Just know that treasure in heaven is so much more important than treasure here on earth. And so thank you for investing your time to see treasure in heaven, not only for yourself, but for the people that you serve and love and bless for the glory of Jesus Christ and to make his name more famous. You guys are the best. Thank you for volunteering your time. I love you all, and I'm so excited to jump into the student ministry craziness and awesome roller coaster for the glory of God with you. Love you all. Have a great day. See ya.